Deep space is silent and endless. Stars shine like cold diamonds, and nebula clouds glow softly in the dark. In this quiet emptiness floats a massive galactic station, bigger than any human city. Its walls shine silver under the light of a giant blue star. Around it, thousands of alien ships hover in a perfect circle, like guards protecting a throne. This is the Galactic Council Station, the place where the most powerful empires make their decisions. Today, every empire has sent its leaders. Something has happened. Something that has shaken the entire galaxy. Inside the main hall, alien leaders sit around a giant round table. The hall is huge, with tall glowing pillars and a ceiling made of transparent crystal showing the stars outside. But even with all this beauty, the air feels heavy, almost tense. Every leader looks worried. Some look confused. Some look afraid. They whisper among themselves, but the whispers feel sharp, like fear trying to escape their mouths. For thousands of years, these empires ruled the galaxy without challenge. They crushed small species. They controlled weak civilizations. And they always believed humans are weak, slow, and harmless. Humans were considered simple. Humans were considered unimportant. Humans were never seen as a threat. But today, everything has changed. The crisis begins. An alien with gray armor and yellow eyes stands slowly from his seat. He is the Vornak Admiral, commander of one of the strongest fleets in the galaxy. His silence alone is enough to make the room quieter. When he finally speaks, his voice shakes slightly. No one has ever heard fear in his voice before. Admiral Vornak, last night, a human ship destroyed an entire pirate fleet in 11 seconds. A wave of shock runs through the hall. Leaders lean forward. Some gasp. No one speaks. The statement is impossible. Humans do not have powerful ships. Humans do not have fast engines. Humans do not have advanced weapons. Counselor Zifa, a tall silver alien, finally stands. Counselor Zifa, that is impossible. Humans do not own any technology close to that level. Admiral Vornak does not argue. He simply presses a button on his table. The lights dim. A giant hologram appears in the center of the hall. The first hologram, the human ship. A small human ship appears. It is simple, old, and not impressive at all. But then, the ship moves. Not slowly. Not normally. It accelerates like a flash of lightning. It bends around asteroids with perfect smoothness. Energetic plasma beams fly toward it, but the human ship dodges them like it already knows where the attacks will land. The ship fires only 3 shots. Bright, clean, precise shots. In seconds, the massive pirate dreadnought explodes like a dying star. The room goes silent. No one even breathes. These aliens have seen many battles, but they have never seen anything like this. Murmurs start spreading like small waves. Humans cannot do this. What kind of engine is that? This is impossible. Did they steal this technology? No. This looks like something new. The Council's Supreme Speaker, Arion, raises his trembling hand. Speaker Arion, report the second incident. The Admiral nods once. Second incident, Eden 6. A new hologram appears. It shows a peaceful human colony called Eden 6. Small farms. Simple houses. Nothing powerful or dangerous. Admiral Vornak explains. 3 days ago, a mercenary army attacked this colony. They expected no resistance. Only farmers and old guns. The hologram changes again. The colony is covered in thick, heavy fog. Shapes move inside the smoke. Then suddenly, glowing human suits appear. They move with insane speed. Silent, fast, and clean. A mercenary fires at one human soldier. The soldier moves before the bullet even reaches him. In minutes, the entire mercenary force runs away in panic. They leave their weapons. They leave their vehicles. They leave their wounded. The alien leaders stand up from their seats. How are humans moving so fast? What is that armor? Humans cannot have this technology. This is unnatural. Fear spreads through the hall like cold wind. Speaker Arion's face grows pale. Show the final incident, he commands quietly. third incident, the human message. The last hologram appears. It is simple. No battle. No explosions. Just an audio recording coming from Earth. A calm human voice speaks. To all galactic nations, we do not seek war. We defend ourselves only when needed. But if anyone threatens human space, we will answer. The words are soft, but the power behind them feels heavy, like a storm waiting to break open. The suspense point, the truth about humans. The Admiral opens a final data file. A warning appears. Human DNA is evolving at an unnatural speed. The entire hall freezes. Humans are changing. Humans are adapting faster than any known species. Humans are growing stronger, smarter, and faster. Every year, every generation, every war, they evolve. No one knows how. No one knows why. No one knows what humans will become next. Speaker Arion whispers softly, almost afraid to hear his own voice. We ignored humans for centuries, but now the council must decide. Do we fear them? He pauses. Or do we prepare for war? The lights fade. The music darkens. The galaxy holds its breath. Because humans have become something new. Something the galaxy cannot predict. Something the galaxy now fears. The Galactic Council could not sleep that night. Leaders stayed in their quarters, staring at holographic screens. Whispers ran through the station like a low wind. No one had ever seen humans act like this before. No one had ever seen such speed, such precision, such calm power. By morning, the council decided. They must know more. They could not ignore humans any longer. Secret spy ships were prepared. Stealth vessels small enough to avoid detection. Their mission: observe Earth and human colonies and learn the truth. The first spy ship, a sleek black vessel, slipped silently from the council station. Its engines made no sound. It glided through space like a shadow. Inside, alien pilots monitored all frequencies. They scanned human space carefully. At first, all seemed normal. Human cities glowed softly on distant planets. Ships moved slowly, like ordinary traffic. Colonies looked peaceful. No warships, no fleets, nothing dangerous. But the aliens knew better. The Discovery. Suddenly, one of the spy sensors detected a strange reading. It was faint, almost invisible. A human fleet, small, unarmed, almost hidden, moved with perfect coordination. The ships jumped across space faster than the spy vessel scanners could measure. It was as if they bent the rules of physics. The alien crew stared at the monitors in disbelief. Pilot Lornak, these readings, they cannot be real. Captain Terran, they are real. But what is this technology? We've never seen engines like this. Humans are hiding something dangerous. The spy ship followed silently. Every human movement was precise. Every command executed with perfect timing. It looked like a single mind controlling thousands of humans. A hidden facility. The humans finally entered a massive underground complex on a desert planet. The spy ship zoomed closer, capturing every detail. There were laboratories glowing with energy. Ships docked in secret bays. Weapons, engines, and strange devices, unlike anything in the galaxy, hummed with power. The aliens could not understand it. It was a mix of science, technology, and evolution. Humans were creating weapons, ships, and technology far beyond anything the Council had seen. And yet, no human ship fired a shot. No human soldier attacked. They worked calmly, almost politely, as if they knew the aliens were watching. The disappearance of the spy ship. Suddenly, the spy ship sensors went dark. The vessel could not move. Engines failed. All communication with the Council station was cut. Moments later, a strange pulse hit the ship. It was soft, almost gentle but powerful. The vessel floated silently, helpless. Then, just as quickly, it disappeared from all sensors. The aliens aboard had vanished. The Council had lost a spy ship without a fight. Panic spread across the Council halls. If humans could make a spy ship vanish without weapons, what could they do in a real battle? Rumors spread. Within hours, whispers became discussions. Council members debated in fear. Humans must have a hidden power source. Are they evolving faster than any known species? They control technology we cannot even understand. If they continue like this, in 10 years they could be unstoppable. Some council members argued, we should attack now, destroy them before they grow stronger. Others replied calmly, no, if humans are as powerful as they seem, attacking would be suicide. We need to observe. We need more information. Fear had settled like a shadow over the council. For the first time, the most powerful beings in the galaxy did not know what to do. The calm before the storm. Meanwhile, humans worked quietly. They did not know they were being watched. They did not know the council feared them. They built, they researched, they trained. Their colonies thrived. Their fleets moved like streaks of light. Every human knew their mission, to protect their people and to evolve. Back in the council station, Speaker Arion looked at the stars outside the crystal walls. His voice was soft but heavy. Speaker Arion, humans are no longer weak. We cannot ignore them, but we cannot attack them, not yet. We must watch, and wait, and hope that we are not already too late. The camera pans over the galaxy. Ships float silently. Stars glow. And in the distance, the humans continue their work, calm, powerful, and unaware of the fear they have created. The suspense grows. The galaxy waits, because one question hangs in the void. The galaxy was restless. The council could no longer ignore the humans. Spies were lost. Technology could not explain what they had seen. Fear was growing, but the humans remained calm. They worked quietly in their colonies and research stations. They had no idea the most powerful empires in the galaxy were watching them. Afraid, confused, and unsure. It was time for the council to learn the truth. The human message. A small human vessel entered the holographic communication network of the council station. Its appearance was simple, almost humble. The council members stared at it with suspicion. A human representative appeared in the center of the hall. He wore a simple uniform. His face was calm, but his eyes carried a quiet intensity, a knowledge of strength the galaxy had never seen. He spoke slowly, clearly in the common galactic language. Human representative, honorable leaders of the Galactic Council, you see us now, but you do not understand us. You see our ships, our weapons, our fleets, but you do not know our past. The hall went silent. Even the most arrogant counselors leaned forward. Every alien being felt the weight of the human voice. The history revealed. The human representative activated a hologram behind him. It displayed images of Earth, old cities, forests, oceans, and deserts. Then, slowly, it showed humans fighting wars, surviving natural disasters, and enduring crises. Human representative. For thousands of years, humans faced challenges that could have ended our species. We fought against disease, famine, and extinction. We survived wars that destroyed entire nations. We faced disasters that should have wiped us out. And yet, we survived. We adapted. We evolved. Aliens in the council hall whispered to each other. Some shook their heads in disbelief. How can a species so small survive so much? This is incredible. Humans, they are not like us. The secret of adaptation. The hologram shifted to humans in laboratories, in training facilities, in exploration missions. It showed scientists creating new technologies. Soldiers learning tactics faster than any known military. Pilots training to maneuver in extreme environments. People studying medicine, space travel, and energy. Human representative. Humans have a unique ability. We learn faster than any other species. We adapt to our environment. We find solutions where none exist. And we combine knowledge with courage. This is why humans survive, why we grow stronger with each challenge. The council members sat frozen. Some faces were pale. Some eyes were wide with fear. They realized for the first time that humans were not merely lucky. Humans were designed by evolution and hardship to be strong, fast, and clever. The evolution beyond biology. The human representative continued. He showed genetic sequences, biological charts, and experimental data. Human representative. Our DNA is evolving. Our minds are developing faster. We create technology and learn to use it almost instinctively. This evolution is not random. It is a natural process accelerated by our history, our struggles, and our will to survive. The counselors whispered. Some aliens felt their own species' limitations for the first time. No alien race could evolve so quickly. No empire could grow stronger in a single generation. But humans could, and they had been growing stronger, silently, steadily, for thousands of years. The warning hidden in calm words. The human representative's voice grew calm, almost soft, but it carried weight. Human representative. We do not seek to conquer. We do not wish to control. We wish only to exist, to live, and to defend ourselves. But know this, any threat to humanity will be met with the full strength we have earned. We are not the weak species you once ignored. We are not the species you once underestimated. A shiver ran through the hall. Every council member realized something terrifying. They had underestimated humans for centuries. And that underestimation could cost them dearly. The council reacts. The Supreme Speaker, Arion, rose from his chair. He looked at the humans with a mix of fear, respect, and confusion. Speaker Arion, your history, your strength, your evolution, it surpasses anything we imagined. We now understand why you survived every threat, and why the galaxy must respect you. But not all council members agreed. Some whispered, if humans are so strong, can we trust them? Others argued, no, we must prepare. Their growth may become dangerous. The council was divided, and tension filled the room. The suspense ends. For now, the human representative bowed slightly, his eyes scanning the council. Then he vanished from the holographic network. The hall went silent. The aliens realized something shocking. Humans had revealed their history, but not their full power. They had shown their survival, their adaptation, their evolution, yet their true strength remained hidden. Speaker Arion whispered to himself, almost afraid to speak aloud. Humans, they are no longer weak. And now the council must decide, do we fear them, or do we prepare for war? Outside the council station, stars glimmered coldly. The galaxy was watching, and somewhere humans continued to grow, to learn, to evolve, quietly, powerfully, and unpredictably. For the first time in galactic history, the most powerful empires realized humans were no longer just survivors. They were a force to be reckoned with. The Galactic Council sat in heavy silence. For days, they had absorbed the truth about humanity. The humans were strong, fast, clever, and evolving. They adapted to challenges no other species could survive. Yet, there was something the Council could not understand. Something troubling. For every story of human triumph, the Council noticed a subtle pattern. Humans were few in number. Compared to alien empires with billions of soldiers and thousands of massive fleets, humans seemed fragile. The first realization. Supreme Speaker Arion leaned forward in his chair, his voice low. Speaker Arion, they are powerful, but there are not many of them. Their fleets are small. Their colonies are limited. If we strike hard and fast, could they truly resist? Counselor Zifa, always cautious, shook his head. Counselor Zifa, you underestimate them. Humans are small in number, yes, but their actions show precision, speed, and intelligence far beyond any empire. They fight differently. They adapt immediately. Even a small human force can defeat a much larger enemy if they plan carefully. Arion frowned. So their strength is concentrated. A human fleet may be small, but it is far more effective than our calculations suggest. The counselors began murmuring to each other, voices full of fear and wonder. The threat of technology. Reports from lost spy ships and intercepted communications confirmed the council's suspicions. Humans had advanced technology that seemed to appear faster than any alien science could predict. Weapons, engines, shields, and energy systems, all created in secret laboratories on distant colonies. Every new generation of humans improved on the last. The Council realized that humans were learning faster than the galaxy could track. And yet, humans had no massive warships. No enormous fleets like the Valorians or the Vornax. They did not rule hundreds of planets. They were strong but vulnerable in numbers. The debate among the Council. The Supreme Speaker called a private meeting. Leaders whispered urgently, fear in their eyes. Counselor Malira, if we strike first, we can destroy their fleets before they grow stronger. Humans are evolving, but they are still limited. We cannot wait. Counselor Torkin, no. Striking them would provoke war. If they are as intelligent as we have seen, humans will fight back, and we cannot predict the result. It is safer to observe, to study, to prepare. Counselor Vornak, they adapt faster than we expect. If we wait too long, the balance will shift. Humans will not only survive, they will dominate. We must plan carefully or risk disaster. The Council argued late into the night. Every vote, every word was weighed with fear. The humans' calm power. Meanwhile, humans continued their daily lives. On colonies, on research stations, on training grounds, nothing seemed extraordinary. Farmers worked in fields. Scientists studied new technologies. Pilots trained in simulation. Soldiers practiced maneuvers with quiet precision. No one on the Council station could detect the hidden threat in these simple human actions. The galaxy underestimated the humans because they seemed ordinary. But the Council knew the truth. This calmness was their power. Every human movement was a lesson in control and efficiency. Every project, every invention, every strategy was a step toward unmatched strength. The risk of overconfidence. Speaker Arion paced slowly in his chamber, looking at the stars outside. He whispered to himself, Speaker Arion, they are strong, yes, but they are fragile. One misstep, one disaster, one mistake, and they could fall. Yet, underestimate them, and they will destroy everything we know. The Council realized that humans were a paradox. A species small in number but vast in potential. Fragile in numbers but powerful in action. Unprepared for mass war but deadly in every encounter they chose to fight. The Council's plan. The Council decided on a cautious strategy. Observation. Continue to monitor humans quietly. Study. Analyze human technology, behavior, and DNA. Preparation. Prepare fleets and weapons in case humans suddenly expand. Divide opinion. Some leaders argued for peace, others for preemptive strike. It was clear, the humans were a threat, not yet a conqueror, but a species that could one day surpass any empire. The suspense point. Unknown to the Council, humans had already anticipated some of these observations. They had hidden fleets. They had secret laboratories. They had strategies for survival that no alien mind could predict. Every human colony was prepared for attack. Every fleet was trained for battle. Every scientist worked on technology that could shift the balance of power instantly. And yet, the humans remained calm. On Earth, a young human officer looked up at the stars and smiled. We are ready, he said softly. Let them watch. Let them fear. But they have no idea what we are capable of. The Council station was far away, trembling in worry. The galaxy held its breath. Because for every strength the Council could see, there was a hidden human strength far greater, and a weakness that could either destroy them or make them unstoppable. The tension hung in the air, and the galaxy waited. The galaxy was tense. The Council could no longer ignore the humans. Reports had shown their strength, their speed, their intelligence. Yet the humans had remained calm. They had not expanded aggressively. They had not attacked anyone. But one empire grew impatient. The rogue attack. A rogue alien empire, the Zytherians, decided they could not wait. They sent a fleet of hundreds of ships to attack a human relay station on a distant border planet. They believed humans were weak. They believed this would be an easy victory. They believed humans would surrender. The human fleet on the planet was small, barely a dozen ships. The station itself was lightly defended. By every calculation of the Zytherians, this would be a simple strike. They were wrong. The calm before the storm. The humans received the alert just minutes before the Zytherian fleet arrived. There was no panic, no shouting, no fear. Captain Mara Vance, commander of the human fleet, stood on the bridge of the flagship. Her eyes were calm. Her hands moved over the controls with practiced precision. Captain Mara, status. Officer Lien. All ships ready, Captain. Shields stable. Weapons online. Enemy approaching at high speed. Mara nodded. Remember, we defend, but we do not provoke. Move carefully. Strike with precision. Only what is necessary. The human fleet spread across the border space, blending into asteroids and nebula clouds. They waited, silent, patient, calm. The Zytherian assault. The enemy fleet appeared suddenly. Massive, heavily armed, confident. They fired plasma beams and missiles immediately. The relay station shook. Explosions lit the sky. It looked as if the humans had no chance. But then, the impossible happened. A single human ship darted between asteroids. It moved faster than Zytherian sensors could track. It fired one precise shot. A massive warship exploded instantly. Another human ship followed, firing 2 shots, and another enemy vessel disintegrated. Within minutes, half of the Zytherian fleet was gone. The remaining ships could not find their target. The humans moved like shadows, appearing and disappearing, striking with deadly accuracy. The Council watches in shock. Back in the Galactic Council station, the holograms displayed the battle. Counselors gasped. Some covered their mouths in disbelief. The Supreme Speaker, Arion, could barely speak. Speaker Arion. Small fleets, minimal numbers. And yet they destroy hundreds of ships. This is impossible. Even the most experienced military leaders could not comprehend what they were seeing. The humans were not just defending, they were rewriting the rules of war. The precision of humanity. The humans did not aim to kill unnecessarily. They disabled engines, blocked missile launches, and neutralized weapons with careful shots. The Zytherians panicked. They could not predict human movements. They could not hit the fleet that moved faster than any known strategy. The human fleet moved as if it were one mind. Every maneuver was precise. Every attack calculated. Every human action seemed effortless and deadly. The turning point. Captain Mara gave one final command. Captain Mara, signal them. Let them understand. We do not seek war, but we will defend ourselves. A simple message was broadcast to the Zytherian commanders. Retreat. We do not wish to fight further. But if you threaten human space again, we will answer with full strength. The message was calm, but its meaning was clear. The Zytherian fleet scattered in fear. No one had ever seen humans fight like this. No one had ever seen a small species command such respect and fear. The Council reacts. The holograms shut down. The Council members sat in stunned silence. They had seen human speed, human precision, human courage, and human intelligence. Counselor Zifa. They fight differently. We have never encountered tactics like these, and they only used a fraction of their strength. Counselor Torkin. The humans do not seek conquest, yet they can destroy hundreds of our ships with only a few. This changes everything. Supreme Speaker Arion shook his head slowly. The galaxy has underestimated humans for too long. We cannot ignore them. We cannot attack them. We must respect them and prepare. Because if humans choose to expand, no force in the galaxy can stop them. The human calm. Meanwhile, Captain Mara and her fleet returned to their stations. No one celebrated. No one cheered. The humans were calm, focused, and ready for whatever came next. They knew the galaxy had noticed their strength. They knew the Council and other empires feared them. But humans were not cruel. They did not seek war. They only prepared and defended. A young officer looked at Captain Mara and said quietly, "Officer Lien, they'll fear us now." Mara smiled softly. "Yes, let them fear us, but only enough to respect us." The suspense point. Back at the council station, the alien leaders debated again. Some wanted to strike humans before they grew stronger. Some argued for peace and caution. But everyone knew one thing. Humans had changed the rules of the galaxy. They were no longer weak. They were no longer ordinary. And any empire that tried to test them again would regret it. The galaxy held its breath. The humans had shown only a fraction of their power. And it was already enough to make the most powerful empires tremble. The Galactic Council had never been this tense. For decades, they had ruled the galaxy with confidence, crushing weak species and controlling vast territories. But now, humans had changed everything. After the Zytherian attack, the Council knew one truth. Humans were no longer weak. They were fast, intelligent, and deadly. But the Council still hoped this power was limited, that humans had boundaries. They were wrong. The unexpected revelation. A human ship appeared in the holographic communication network. Not a fleet, not a battle. A single vessel, small and sleek, but unlike any human ship seen before. The council leaned forward, curious and wary. Human representative. Honorable leaders of the Galactic Council, you have seen our defense. Now you will see the truth of our technology. The representative pressed a control. The hologram transformed into a glowing map of space. A single human ship accelerated faster than light, bending around stars, disappearing and reappearing in seconds. It was not just fast, it was untouchable. The council members gasped. This was no ordinary ship. It moved faster than any alien engine, faster than their weapons could track, faster than any spy or fleet could follow. Counselor Zifa, this is impossible. No technology in the galaxy can do this. The Supreme Speaker, Arion, whispered, they are not bluffing. This is real. They are beyond our understanding. The secret of the hyperdrive. The human representative activated another hologram. It showed a device glowing with blue energy. A new kind of engine. Human representative. This is our hyperdrive. It bends space itself. It allows us to move faster than anything you have ever created. No fleet can chase us. No weapons can catch us. The council members sat frozen. They had seen countless weapons, countless fleets, countless innovations. Nothing like this existed in their galaxy. Humans had created something the council could not even imagine. The council realizes the truth. The Supreme Speaker's voice trembled. Speaker Arion, we used to ignore humans. We underestimated them. But now they are not just strong. They are faster, smarter, and more powerful than any empire. Counselor Vornak, once proud of his fleets, stared at the hologram. His face paled. Even a single human ship could escape his most advanced vessels without damage. Counselor Vornak, if one human ship can do this, imagine what their fleets could do. Imagine if humans decided to expand. Imagine if every human colony fought together. Murmurs spread through the hall. Fear had replaced curiosity. Respect had replaced arrogance. Humans were no longer just survivors. They were a force beyond calculation. A species no empire could ignore. The alien panic. Outside the council station, fleets of alien ships moved nervously. Reports of human activity had reached all corners of the galaxy. Pirates, traders, and even neutral colonies whispered stories. Humans destroyed an entire fleet in minutes. Humans move faster than thought. Humans defend themselves without killing unnecessarily. But when they strike, no one survives. Panic spread among empires. For centuries, no species had been feared on this scale. And now, humans were not just a threat, they were a mystery no one could solve. Humans remained calm. Meanwhile, humans continued their daily routines. Ships docked and launched with quiet precision. Scientists worked on new technologies. Soldiers trained in preparation, but never for conquest. Even with all the galaxy watching, humans did not panic. Even with all eyes on them, they did not boast. They had grown strong, prepared for any threat, yet calm. This calmness made their power even more terrifying. Captain Mara Vance stood on the bridge of her flagship. She observed the stars with a quiet smile. Captain Mara, They know we are strong. They fear us. Good. Let them fear us. It will make them careful. Her words were simple, but every council member listening in would feel the weight of their meaning. The council's final decision, for now. The Supreme Speaker addressed the council in a trembling voice. Speaker Arion. Humans are no longer a minor species. They are not weak. They are beyond our understanding. We cannot attack them. We cannot ignore them. We can only watch and prepare. The council agreed reluctantly. Every leader knew the truth. Humans had changed the balance of power in the galaxy. Humans were no longer a threat that could be crushed with brute force. They were a species that could not be predicted, could not be controlled, and could not be ignored. The suspense point. Outside the council station, the stars continued to shine. Humans continued to build, train, and evolve. And somewhere, in the quiet of space, new human ships prepared for the future, faster, stronger, smarter than any empire could imagine. The galaxy now held its breath. Humans had shown only a fraction of their power, and the council knew one thing for certain. The galaxy would never see humans the same way again. The fear had begun, and it would only grow. The galaxy held its breath. For months, the council had watched humans quietly, fear growing with every report. They had seen humans defend colonies, defeat massive fleets, and create technology no empire could understand. They had learned of humans' incredible adaptability, their intelligence, and their calm courage. And now, the humans were ready to reveal themselves fully. The human arrival. A massive human delegation appeared in the Galactic Council Station's communication network. Not soldiers, not weapons. Humans arrived openly, confident, and calm. The council members stared. No alien had ever dared enter the council station without permission, yet here were humans. They moved with dignity, but their presence filled the room like a storm about to strike. The human representative, standing in the center, spoke slowly. Human representative, leaders of the Galactic Council, we have defended our colonies. We have grown stronger. We have proven our technology, our fleets, and our intelligence. And yet, we do not seek war. We do not seek conquest. The council members leaned forward. Some whispered to each other. They speak calmly, but their power is terrifying. Others simply stared, realizing the truth of their fear. The calm warning. The representative continued. Human representative. We only seek freedom. Freedom to live, explore, and defend ourselves. But know this, any attack on humanity will be met with the full strength we have earned over centuries. We do not threaten the galaxy. We do not attack first. But we will answer any threat decisively. The words were simple, but the meaning carried the weight of an unstoppable force. Every counselor understood humans were no longer weak. They were not ordinary. They were a force that could not be ignored. The holographic display. The human representative activated a final hologram. It displayed the Earth, its colonies, and every human fleet in orbit. The ships moved with precise coordination. The stations were fortified. Every system, every fleet, every defense was prepared. Then the hologram zoomed out. It showed humans moving across distant star systems, hidden and ready. It was not an invasion. It was a demonstration. A simple, undeniable display of potential power. The council members gasped. Some paled. Some could not speak. No one had ever imagined a species so small could reach such strength. The council's silence. Speaker Arion rose slowly. His voice was quiet, but it filled the hall. Speaker Arion. For centuries, we have underestimated humans. We ignored them. We laughed at them. We believed they were weak. He paused, looking at the humans in the hologram. His face was pale. Speaker Arion. Now we know the truth. Humans are not weak. Humans are not simple. Humans are feared. The council sat in stunned silence. No alien could move. No voice could challenge the simple truth. Humans had grown stronger than any empire had predicted. Humans remained calm. The human delegation did not celebrate. They did not boast. They did not demand tribute or control. They stood calmly, waiting. Captain Maravance, at the helm of a fleet near Earth, looked up at the stars and said softly, "Captain Mara, they will fear us now, and that fear will keep the galaxy cautious. But we do not want war. We want respect. We want freedom." Her words were simple, yet every empire listening understood the full meaning. Humans had power, discipline, and intelligence beyond measure. The suspenseful ending. The counselors whispered among themselves. Some argued for diplomacy. Some feared the humans' next move. But all agreed on one point. The galaxy would never see humans the same way again. Outside the council station, stars glittered in silence. Fleets moved slowly. Galactic empires prepared cautiously. Every corner of the galaxy watched humanity with a new understanding. Humans had revealed only a fraction of their true power. They had shown their technology, their fleets, their strategy, and their evolution. And yet, the galaxy did not know their full potential. One young officer on Earth watched the stars. He smiled quietly. "Let them fear us. They will learn to respect us. And if anyone threatens our home, they will see why humans are no longer weak." The camera pans out, showing Earth and the human colonies in the vast galaxy. The stars shine cold, distant, and silent. The Galactic Council sits in awe and fear. For the first time in history, humans were no longer ignored. Humans were no longer underestimated. Humans were now feared across the galaxy. The music swells. The galaxy watches. And humanity waits. Calm, prepared, and unstoppable.